Hi there, my name is Monique and I am going to teach you how to go gray. I started going gray naturally when I was about 17, so I have been coloring my hair for over 30 years, and it feels like I've been chasing that white stripe in the top of my head forever. I decided that I wanted to go with my natural gray color, but my options for going gray naturally are pretty much shave my head and start over. And my hair is pretty short, but I'm not really ready to shave my head. And the other option is to just let that white stripe get wider and wider and wider, and that's not very attractive. Every hairdresser that I talked to wanted me to blend the gray, but not embrace the gray. So I'm going to show you how to embrace the gray. What I did was I went to my hairdresser and I said, bleach it out white. It's been about a month since I had him do that. You can see I've got a little bit of new growth here. And it's been nice for me because I've discovered that I've got more dark roots than I thought I was going to have. But what's really nice is that right here in the top, you can see the gray is blending in and I don't have a line of demarcation anymore. Now the white color I have achieved with the Manic Panic Virgin Snow Toner, which you can apply in the exact same method that you're going to see me doing here today. But I want to have a little more color than that. I want to have an actual silver gray color, not just this white. So for that, I'm going to mix the Manic Panic Blue Steel, which you can see is a really deep blue-gray color, with their pastelizer. Now this is the first time I'm using the pastelizer. What I've seen in other tutorials is using this with conditioner. So you can just mix this with a white hair conditioner, whatever you have around the house. But I find that it tends to wash out very quickly and it doesn't seem to grab as evenly. So I'm hoping that the pastelizer gives me a little more even deposit and lasts a little bit longer. I mix them generally about 50-50. You want to start out with clean, dry hair. If you've just bleached your hair, that's plenty clean. If you have had some sort of product in it and you want to get it really good and clean, do a nice clarifying shampoo. If you don't have clarifying shampoo, you can use Dawn dish soap. That works just fine. So put the shampoo on your head, let it sit there for about 5 minutes, and then rinse it out. No hair conditioner. Because the Manic Panic dyes can really stain things, get yourself some gloves. Get these at Costco. I bought 2-pack of them, so I got 1,000 gloves. It'll last me forever. It's great when you're doing housekeeping stuff. You can buy a single box of these exam gloves pretty much any place, a beauty supply or Home Depot or one of those places, but save your hands. So it's going to be a little bit darker in the bowl than it will be when it's finished on your head. Not a whole lot. You want to get it to be, you can just look at it and get it pretty close to what you want on your head. So you can really adjust how dark or light it is with how much of the pastelizer you use and the color. I usually prefer to start more at the back than in the front, just in case it grabs a little much. Just a nice even application. You definitely want your hair pre-lightened to as blonde as you can get it. Well, there we go. We just discovered why you wear an old dark shirt that you don't care about. Painting it on. Obviously, if you have longer hair, you should section it off and do one section at a time because my hair is extremely short. It's pretty easy. I always like to do the outer parts before I do, sorry Grandma, do the outer parts of my head before I do the very top section because I want this section to be the lightest. I mean, we're talking seconds here, I know, but I'm paranoid. This will sit on the hair for about half an hour. You can let it process longer if you like, because it is deposit only. It's not going to lift the color at all. The reason you want your hair to be as light a blonde as it possibly can get is because color on color adds color, and you are not going to get that silver tone if you have too much yellow remaining in your hair. It'll just end up going kind of beigey. And I'll just get a nice even application all over. And this is a good reason to have the gloves on, because just to make sure it's completely saturated, I'm going to get my hands in there. Get everything else on there. Now when we wash this, we're not going to really wash it, we're just going to rinse it with cool water. In fact, when you're washing your hair on a regular basis, you're going to want to use cooler water, which I know it totally sucks. I like a nice hot shower, but your color will last longer if you wash it with cool water. A good thing to use is a wide tooth comb. You can comb through with this, and that is really going to help make sure that your color is fully saturating your hair. Okay, now we just sit tight and let it process for about half an hour. See you soon. So we're just waiting, doing the half-hour processing, killing time. Thank God for cell phones. After 30 minutes of processing, we gave it a nice quick rinse with some cool water. Love that cold shower, yicky. Anyway, I'm very pleased with the color. It's a nice, soft silver gray. I think it looks very natural. It doesn't look at all artificial. It's not too blue. Covers up all the yellow tones in the hair. And I'm very pleased with it. Maybe in a few weeks I'll try doing it again and make it a darker gray, not dilute it as much. We'll see. But I'm very pleased with the silver gray that I got.